I'm live.
Oh, I didn't know. Hi.
Hi guys, just going to set up the what am I talking about? Got to optimize the old social medias.
It's nice and light in here, isn't it?
Wow. Yeah, it's good. Yeah. I don't think there's anyone in here yet. That's unusual. Share it on the Faceake. We're getting some people coming in. Hi everyone, just sharing this out on the social medias and that. Join us live.
It's not our usual slot, is it?
Exclamation post.
Who's
in there? Mr. Oh, Monica's here. Lovely. Hey, Monica. How are you, lovely? I was hoping we'd have a Monica on, a moderator on. We're expecting a bit of flack from Miles of Healthy Crazy Cool channel. I've started up this discourse about how his recent advice or his recent video portrayed some misinformation about health advice, which can get people killed in the long term. And instead of arguing the point, they're just being quite butthurt and aggressive and rude.
Some people are enjoying the debates.
Well,
some people are.
Yeah, probably not his subscribers so much. Oh well, some subscribers of his have said, "No, you are right. I like Miles. He's fun. He's quite hot." Is quite a common. Yeah, and you know, I'm not even gay, but you know, I would consider it. But anyway, there's a lot of negativity around it. I tried to do it in a respectful, adult, discussing the points, not name calling, and but it's gone a bit naughty. So
crazy.
So please, Monica, can you, if someone's too rude, I'll obviously let them. Oh, you know what? I don't even care.
If it's like a debate and a good chat, that's fine. But yeah, if people are just really rude. And
if anyone is like really trolling and just like putting rude comment and filling up the stream, we'll get rid of them. I don't mind a little bit of negativity because I think we've got to expect it. And you know, people don't like to hear bad news about their bad habits. Is that the phrase?
No.
What is it? People like to hear good news about their bad habits. So if Miles says you can eat tons of fat, saturates, don't worry about your omega-3 to 6 ratio, eat oil, you know, fry with it. Of course, I should use my wrench to protect the hinge. I like that. I'm glad you're on, Monica. Thank you, darling. Right, we'll just plug you in. And we're just going to go for about an hour, and hopefully we'll have a good discourse. I'm open to other topics as well. It doesn't all have to be unhealthy, crazy, uncool. Healthy, crazy, cool. Isn't it sad? Like, I did not want to, I didn't want to do the whole video. I felt obliged to do the video. I felt like someone's got to stand up for what's right. You know, and if you don't do it, oftentimes no one will do it. So I was the one who did it. I've not seen any other videos yet critiquing him. And, but, oh, put my people up there. Hi, lovely. So, it didn't feel good to me to be unkind to someone, although I felt I did it in the nicest way. But obviously, he's a nutritionist. Like, I'm kind of attacking his way he feels about himself. He probably feels like he's given the best advice and help and sort of, you know, doing what he thinks is best. And I don't want to cause a rift in the vegan community. I want to draw, you know, I want to unify not just vegans but everyone, you know. I want us to all be on the same team. And but I felt obliged to do it, and I've done it. So sue me, which you may well do for defamation of character. What are you saying, Mrs.?
I'm just thinking about how much you really...
Oh, this is the wrong side.
Turmoil you really had over whether to do that video or not.
Yeah.
And the sort of deciding thing for you was just the thought about how the main cause of death for vegans is still heart disease.
Did you guys know that?
and that is just crazy to know and to realise. And so you want to help people to live a long, healthy life, don't you? And you know that, you know, a high-fat diet isn't going to...
Especially with lots of saturates and bloody stuff. Yeah, yes, damn straight. Anyway, let's see who's in the house. Mr. Alex, Monica, obviously. Dominic Thompson, nice. Gugus. How do I say that? I don't know. I've not got a brain. That girl Anna's in the house. Monica, hi Paul, I'm okay, I suppose. Just a bit stressed. I haven't been able to be consistent in the gym due to my GCSEs. Yeah, well, you know, life does sometimes throw a moderator's spanner in the works. And limited revision time, but as soon as I'm done. Yeah, don't let that worry you. Like, life does get in the way sometimes. Mr. Alex smiles a nutritionist. Yeah, he sure is. And what a lot of his subscribers who are rude towards me don't realise is that I've got a diploma in nutrition, so... I'm only joking, mate, I'm only joking. The high giant, hello. Why are you high, Mr. Giant? I hope you haven't been doing anything you shouldn't. The high giant, is your cat vegan? Yeah. Yep. Not a decision we took lightly either, like making that video. Purple Piplup's there. How are you, Purple Piplup? And how's everyone? Have you had a good day? What have you been up to? Have you been following the comments on the last video? Did you watch the last video? How did you feel about it? Comment down below. Yeah, you know you want to. And press the thumbs up, will you? The High Giant, thank you for everything you two do. You two are. Thank you, my friend. That's really kind of you. You're pretty damn awesome to say such a thing. Aren't they, Jim?
Yeah.
Monica, wait, will there be a debate involving Miles? I've not sort of been in contact with him since I warned him that I was putting the video out. But, you know, maybe he'll find out. Maybe he'll come on. He's welcome to. That'd be good, really, to open up a discourse. Rusty Richardson's in the house. Nelly the Vegan. Hi there, I'm sorry. I watched it this afternoon and I can't see you clearly said it was no. It was no hate, and I've not watched how the crazy cool, so I can't comment, so I'll watch it. What do you feel? Ah, thanks, and love to Jem.
Hi, thank you.
And Mark Alexander sent his love today.
Oh, nice.
He's a nice one, isn't he? He's doing well. Corey Price, hello, I have a question. Where can I get vitamin K2 from foods besides fermented? You don't need to get K2, you just need to get K1, and then lovely little bacteria that we invite to live in our bodies do the conversion for you, so you don't have to. Oh, it's jumped. Mr. Alex, I can see why you'd feel bad because he seems like a nice guy, but if he's a nutritionist, it's for the best that you made the video. Thank you for saying that. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I don't want to be horrible to anyone, you know. That's not very vegan, is it, to cause suffering in others? So, yeah, I've had a lot of bad feelings in my body lately. Yeah. On aggregate, like, I'm glad I did it. I know it's for the greater good, and sometimes we have to do, well, we don't have to do it, but it's nice if someone bloody does it. Be the change and all that. Maggie's in the house. Hello. Alicia's in the house. Hi, darling. Brythonic, the main cause of death for vegans being heart disease because our hearts hurt a lot from seeing all the horrors caused by the animal slave trade. Yeah, good words. Good words. I think there's probably some truth to that. Welcome everyone, please like the stream to support Paul. Thank you. And when all the bad well, not bad, when all the haters come over from Miles' channel, it's up to you guys, you know, you do what you want. I'm trying to do it from a position of like being quite adult and not to get into a slanging match, and just to speak to the facts and not. It's easy when someone's rude to react, but then like we're not going to get anywhere. And you know, Miles is already sort of calling me a liar and things. He's kind of attacking my character rather than sticking to the point. And I feel as though more people who watch our channel maybe would be more, I don't want to say enlightened, but more sort of grown up. And how am I? You know what I'm trying to say?
No, I don't really like what you're saying. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
making a blanket statement, but it feels to me like Miles can be quite drama focused and likes a bit of negativity and slanging matches and all this sort of thing. And so I feel like he would attract more of those sorts of people who like to see that sort of thing. And which is the reason why I don't usually watch his channel. It's very innocently, I've been thinking for a while, like, can't we just eat a few extra nuts and seeds? Then I wouldn't have to eat so much, you know, lower calorie food to get my 6,000 calories in on a bulk. That's not very easy. That's not easy at all. So if I can eat more nuts and seeds and tahini and nut butters, it would make my life so much better. So I simply thought, well, Miles normally eats a load of fruits and vegetables. Yes, he has a high fat diet, but my understanding was that it was mostly, you know, the whole plant foods and not coconut oil or coconut milk or other oils, but it seems that he did. And I was just following along, adding it all up to see, can I do it healthfully? Do I feel as though what he's eating would be okay for my body? And it ended up he was about 9 times what the plant-based doctors recommend for sat fat for preventing heart disease. So I felt like I had to speak up. Do you want to read some comments? You're sitting very nicely and quietly there.
Yeah, no, you read the comments.
You don't like all this negative malarkey, do you?
I don't like it.
Let's try not to get it too negative.
I feel, it feels...
Yeah.
It feels, I don't know.
Not very nice. How does it feel in your body? What is the signature of it?
It is the feeling signature.
Yeah, is that a thing?
Yeah, it is a thing.
I
just feel uneasy about it because I really felt, you know, when you telling me all about it, I felt like, convinced that this is the right thing for you because I see how passionate you are about health for people, and I knew you weren't doing it from a place of negativity.
Yeah.
You know, but obviously, like, we felt like it might not be received greatly, and that makes sense. That I definitely want to validate the fact that, you know, if anyone made a video about me saying they didn't like something I was doing, I would not like it, even if they were right or if they did it in a nice way or any of those things. That doesn't matter. I still would think, I wouldn't feel good about it. So so that's just, you know, makes it.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
Yeah,
and I feel bloody horrible, to be honest.
Yeah. Anyway, people are mostly not even talking about that, so
yeah, let's
talk about what everyone else is talking about.
Let's engage everyone in the stream and we'll see.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a busy stream.
This is the busiest stream we've had, so I think
Sundays seem a good day.
Yeah, is it that? Is it because of the foray around this as actually a topic?
Maybe.
I was wondering, like, will it draw in a load of sort of people who want to have an argument over it, but so far it's been enough, so maybe it's nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
Maybe Sundays are good. What do you guys think? We're thinking of moving the live stream to a Sunday afternoon, basically, or early evening. Comment down below. Would you prefer Friday evenings as we've been doing it, or early Sunday evening? Which is better for you guys? We'll have a little add up at the end. Neddy the Noodle has a cool name. I love smoothies. Matilda, hello. Wait, cats can be vegan, really. So cats are obligate carnivores. So really, like, they should eat animals. However, most cats seem to do well on a complete vegan cat food. On a rare occasion, some cats can't have it, and you'll know this because they'll develop crystals in the urine, which means there's no two ways about it. They would need to eat animals in order to be healthy. We spent months like umming and ahhing about making our cats eat a vegan diet, and in the end, we just felt, you know, we can't in good consciousness pay for other animals to be definitely harmed. Despite the fact that these cats that we love and care for and we feel close to maybe suffer some harm over time, and it would be our fault, so, you know, we'd feel dreadful. However, we eventually felt, again, it was for the greater good, and that we couldn't in good consciousness keep doing that. But do your research. We spoke to we spoke to a lot of people who have cats and found out the score. It's, you know, it's not an easy topic. So, Alicia, any tips on how to increase how many pull-ups you can do, or just keep doing? Yeah, just keep doing. Negatives are great, aren't they? I like to add in a lot of negatives. Once I've done all my positives, you know what you're doing. You're pretty clued up in the old gym. I say take your own counsel on that. But I think you know what you're doing already. Toff on BC's in the house. Up's good. Toff's pumped for V in the park and me too. That's going to be amazing. Rusty Richardson went 50 mile bike ride, 12 to 40 miles per hour yesterday. Sweet. Purple Pip Up, what's the debate about? I haven't time to watch the video. So another vegan YouTuber, Miles of Healthy Crazy Cool. He did a video entitled like Healthy What I Eat in a Day. In the video, he ate 70 grams of saturated fat. He had an omega-3/6 ratio of about 7 or 8 to 1 of the pro-inflammatory omega-6 to 3. He had oil, which he actually fried with. And he said he wasn't afraid of oil, which I mistook. I'll put my hand up. I mistook it to mean I think oil's healthy. Because if you're not afraid of it, well, why don't you eat it? Or like, you know, and you're obviously eating it, so it's healthy. I don't know. But so he's moaning that I misquoted him and he's calling me a liar. But basically, he just wasn't very clear, so that was his own fault in my view. 4 minutes into the video, he does say, I'm doing an experiment with Amanda from Apple's Amanda, I think her channel is called. But he didn't say what the experiment was, so I didn't have any clue what he was going on about. And then at the end of the video, he says, right, that's it for the video now. Now, if you look in YouTube analytics, if you look at video watch time, the few people that make it right to the end of a video, the minute you say, right, that's done, that's the point they click off. It's very rare that people watch all the way to the end. It's very, very few and far in between. And basically right at the end, he says two other things. Oh, by the way, and then he says, if you watch the next video, I think, we're doing this experiment and this day of eating will make sense. Unfortunately, I didn't see that, as most people would not have seen that, so they would not have known that the day of eating was the experiment. And what was I then going to say on the end of that? Forgotten. So basically, I've rewatched it. I've seen he says that, so I've said in the comments, right, put my hand up. I did not know that you said that, so my bad. However, my main criticisms of the video still stand. You're calling it healthy. You know, you're not saying don't copy this. In personal messages to me, he said that, oh, this is healthy and I've got signs to back it up and bloody blah.
But he's eaten high fat for a long time.
He's eaten high fat for a long time, yeah.
I've seen anyway. So it's not.
I think he's probably gone a bit higher there, which I didn't even realise because I'm so used to him eating high fat, like you say.
He's still recommending high fat anyway. Yeah. From my perspective, but what does high mean? You know.
Yeah.
I've seen him say before, like, oh, I'll have a monomeal of walnuts. So that seems like high fat to me.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Anyway, was that everything we wanted to say about that?
There was a question about what is the whole thing. So you made a video and it's now kicking off a bit between the people who watch the two channels and everything. Yeah. So that's what's happening.
Alicia, I often watch Miles' videos and I do enjoy watching them and get inspiration from them. But yes, I eat significant with that. If that doesn't suit my body to eat as much, right, that's me. The other thing I kind of say is, oh, Judy Chambers in the house, what's up? The other thing I'll say is, you know, there's people preventing and reversing heart disease are using the high carb, low fat method. It also prevents like 14 of the 15 leading killer diseases in the West. It reverses 3, including killer number 1. You know, it treats most of the diseases. And I forget what else I was going to say. What was it? Oh, I forgot. Who cares? Let's carry on with the stream.
I think that we're not 100% with it.
I don't like this. I don't like all this.
Today has a slightly different feel to it. It's harder to be focused.
I would say on aggregate, I'm happy and in a really good place, but just niggling in the back of my mind is there's a bit of a black cloud, and you know, one of Miles's friends told me that he's not having a great time of it, like in his mental space currently, and this is really not like helping him. So, you know, I feel bloody awful.
Nice to hear, is it?
No. If Miles was to take the video down, I'll take my video down, even though I don't really want to, because I've wanted to do a video for a while about how the number 1 killer of vegans is still heart disease, and so people need to know that. And yeah, people can eat what they want, like as long as it's not other being, they should be able to eat what they want, which is a criticism some of his followers have said. And I'm such a heavy responsibility on our shoulders. You know, he's just been very irresponsible and not really thought it through. And a lot of people may well die over that advice in time. Yeah,
my thought is on the rare occasion that you eat something that you don't think is helpful to eat, you will say, oh, I'm having this today, and you will explain why I need to get more calories and whatever.
It's normally because they have to eat so many calories.
And you'll say, I don't recommend this. And that's just an easy thing to say, especially like you're saying in a position of authority. If you're a nutritionist, people look up to you for how to do it. Yeah.
Good words. Liam, watched it. As Hoffer says, rudeness is how the weak irritate the strong. He was rude, end of. That's it. I've not heard that phrase before. Rudeness is how the weak irritate the strong. Who's Hoffer? This is interesting. I'm going to look into that. Hey.
Hello, yes.
We're just streaming, but feel free to come past or whatever.
Okay.
Julie, you're a bit down. Right. Let's snap out of this. Woo! Thanks, hun. I needed to hear that. Right, let's just put a smile on it. Did you know I saw Brian Turner recently, and he said, like, if you, on an Instagram post, I think, if you smile, it tricks your brain into thinking you're happy and it makes you smile. I tried it and it felt like it worked, whether it's, what's it called? Placebo, productive or offensive. Yeah, I tried my best to do it in a nice way. Like, it's nice to hear that you're doing everything wrong. Hi, I want to go vegan, but my friend thinks, oh, did you get any issues with becoming vegan? Not personally. I guess it all depends on like how other people are around you, how confident, not confident you are in yourself, but
how sure you are of your choice. And people can ridicule what they don't understand. Like sometimes like that can be a thing, or if people can feel that it's almost like you're saying, oh, I eat this way now, like I'm better than you. Some people think that, or they might think, oh, it's like I have to change because you've changed, and they don't want to, so they'd rather try and get you back to the way that you used to be, because then it matches them and they haven't got to change. That's a thing. There's lots of different things can happen with friends and family, and it can be a real shame when that does. Like, the thing that I think helped us the most was to have a vegan support network. So going to a meetup group, coming online, talking to, making friends who are vegan, and then at least, even if sometimes you are around people and they don't understand your lifestyle, a lot of the time you are around people who do. So that balance just seems to make things okay, in my mind. I don't know if that's helpful to you.
Yeah, no, that's good. Maggie, the video wasn't done in a hateful way, it was done in an educational way, so it was done right. Thank you, and I really appreciate you saying that.
And I just, sorry, I just want to go back to the comment about, so he's saying he wants to go vegan, but his friends think he's odd.
Yeah.
what I think is helpful is to feel sure about why you want to go like vegan, because when it really hits like how important it is for our health, and when you really see and understand what it's like for animals, you get so strong in the conviction of, yeah, this is the right thing to do, that like nothing else can sway you. You know, you can think to yourself, oh, I don't really like it that person doesn't like my choice or something, but you can just think, oh no, I'm still doing the right thing, this feels right. So I guess I invite you to look into it some more and like do some research and just see how great the lifestyle is, really. Yeah, and comment if we can help you any further.
Monica, you obviously took the secondary. Yep, I was kind of expecting it. Mattia, I find that contrary to what he says, fat is really easy to overeat. Yep, and doesn't satisfy me at all. Interesting. Silver Experience, could you please talk about the benefits of Kent's lard diet? If you're tired of living, like, that's a really good way to accelerate the death cycle.
Who's Kent?
You know, it's what's his name? I forgot his name now. Casey. This is evil.
Oh, okay, fine. Yeah.
Very funny. I missed that guy. We should do another video.
We should go and visit them.
Yeah, go and visit.
Yeah.
Kathy Stone, I love your more balanced approach to a vegan diet. I think it's important that you promote this. Thank you for the work. Thank you, Kathy. You're very kind. Colin, going to play ball at 6 and going to make me a Mexican feast when I come home. I want that. I love Mexican food. Do you like Mexican, Jim? You don't like it too hot, do you?
No. But yeah, what would Mexican be? Like fajitas?
Yeah, fajitas, enchiladas, tacos,
yes,
taco supreme.
I do very much, yes. Yeah.
I'm getting hungry.
Yeah. Someone hoovering? We've got a load of guests coming to stay tonight, so excuse the noise, cleaning being done.
Right, sorry, I've lost where we were again. Why is this so easy to do?
I don't know.
Right, here we go. Julie, I find Miles slightly arrogant. I don't think what he preaches is realistic. Yeah, I see why you'd say that. Corey Price, thank you so much for answering my question. It means a lot to me, Awesome. By the way, everything you're doing is inspiring and just incredible. You're a credit to vegans and others. Oh, thank you, brother. That's so kind. I really appreciate that. Lee's in the house, playing sidekick to the nearest wall. How you doing, Lee? Thank you for sticking up for me before. That was a good point about having healthy in the title. I've been using that a lot in my rebuttals, of which there have been numerous. Can't believe Jem has just sodded off and left. What's going on? Back there. You just can't get the staff. Francesco, I like your channel and I appreciate the fact that you wanted to express your view, but I think the way to attack Mars is a bit harsh. Okay, well, thank you for your perspective. From my perspective, I felt like I don't feel like I attacked him as a person. I feel like I said like what he did and what the health consequences are. So I tried to not do it in a judgmental way. I tried to do it in a way, you know, which wasn't rude or, you know, but it's very hard to do when like he's advertising as a health sort of expert and then I'm saying this advice will get you killed, but it's true. If you look at I've got about 800 videos in my library. You'd be hard pressed to find a handful where I attack anyone. It's really not in my nature. I don't enjoy
think you
doing
attack anyone in any of them. I think that's not critique.
Critique, yeah, even critique. I don't even do critique videos as a rule.
Yeah.
But I feel like my purpose in life is to give people the best health information possible. And I feel like what he did was the antithesis of this. And so I felt like I needed to reach his audience and let them know my perspective. But you're welcome to your perspective as well. And I thank you for sharing it with us. Someone's donated $5. Just wanted to show you my support and love. And that was Nathan Harmer, that lovely guy. I don't want to slide down and lose our place again. Thank you so much, brother. You are always give us so much support, and we really, really appreciate you. Thank you, brother. Oh, that's nice.
Thank you.
Right, that was good. Monica, I always wanted to ask whether coconut milk was bad or not. Yeah, so if you, I mean, he didn't give the exact quantities, but I kind of followed along and put the sort of amounts I thought he was doing. And it came out that total fat was about what he said. And what was I then going to say about it? And about half the fat came from that one, probably one cup. 200 ml.
Half the saturated
Is
fat?
that what? Not what I said.
No, you said half the fat. But...
Half the saturates came from that coconut milk. 8% of the saturates in coconut are medium chain triglycerides, which are shown to have some health benefits. However, 92% of the saturates in coconut fat are the long chain triglycerides that give us heart disease. So more of the long chain triglycerides in coconut oil than there is in beef. Of course, coconut milk is not coconut oil, but it's the same problem. A lot of the fibre is removed, so you kind of freed it up, and now it can wreak havoc in the body. It's not as bad as coconut oil, but it's to be avoided at all costs. Oh, which is sad because it tastes bloody lovely, doesn't it? Brythonic, YouTube search Thulian perspective vegan and see his videos against veganism. Yeah, like I say, I try not to get into too many sort of dialogues, and I don't like doing critiques and stuff really. Although sometimes someone needs to do it. The calisthenic vegan. My mother is pregnant. If she can't breastfeed, what would the baby have? Like a formula from like soy or something like that. There are vegan formulas.
There's ones you can get that are organic, so GMO free.
Yeah, don't get one with GMOs in it for God's sake. But cow's milk is known to cause type 1 diabetes. So
and it sets up autoimmune diseases in babies as well. Or lots of bad stuff.
Yeah, whatever happens, don't do that. Carl, doesn't the benefits of eating whole nuts and seeds as opposed to going because it has all the fibre intact make it okay? So even if you grind it, you still got the fibre. Like it still doesn't have a terrible effect in the body. No different from chewing up the nuts and seeds, as far as I know. But I think there's no real hard data is the problem. There's no hard data. So I think we don't really know. Which is why I thought maybe if that's what Miles is doing, I can emulate that, and would I be okay? But, you know, it turns out, like those avocados he ate were nearly 10 grams of saturates. The plant-based doctors are saying no more than 8 if you want to definitely guarantee no heart disease. So it's probably not going to be great for your health. And again, it's just naturally unattainable. Like you wouldn't get that in nature. So that's probably why it's not helpful, because that's not what we evolved eating.
Yeah, nuts are really hard work to break open, aren't they? So
yeah. How's vibes in the house? Alicia prefers a Sunday stream. That's one vote for yay. Mattia, I wonder how he would respond to the fact that not everyone has enough money to buy large or even moderate amounts of healthy fat. Yeah, it's terribly expensive. Lee, I think even with whole food nuts you can overeat. Yeah, definitely. It's easier with processed stuff. Yeah, very true. Completely voluntary, says Sunday. And I don't know if I've seen you comment before, so welcome to the channel if you're new. Alex, Sunday early evenings would be good. Sweet. Greg B, do you have a Vivo Life discount code? I don't know. I don't, sadly. They don't love me enough. Monica, guys, general question. What could I season butternut squash fries with to be delicious? Oh, they're nice. What would you use as flavours?
Rosemary?
Oh, rosemary would be good.
Some garlic and onion powder? Maybe? Yeah, I think that's what I'd do.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe like chili or paprika as well would be another option.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're making me hungry. Is it, have we're not got our next meal, have we?
No. Although there is some quinoa left and some salad.
Hey mate.
Okay.
With a few raisins up it.
Yeah.
Monica's voting for Sunday evening. Everyone's saying Sunday evening.
Cool.
Mr. Alex, I think if you adopt your cat, it's okay to feed them meat since you're not responsible for them being bred.
I do get that point. I see what you're saying. So you've not bred them, but it's a hard one because my thought was just to say, but it's not necessary because they can consume a vegan diet. But maybe it is necessary. We just don't know. Maybe like. It seems like all the cats we know that are vegan are doing okay, but maybe as they get older they'll die sooner, or we just don't know. There's not enough evidence and information about it, and so it's a real tough decision. Actually, it's a real grey area. It's hard to come to a conclusion on, isn't it, with veganism?
Yeah. Just me. You don't look that healthy as a vegan. Thank you for your perspective. Mr. Alex, will you be going to the animal rights march this year?
Yes.
Hell yeah. Try and stop us.
Yeah.
We're miles behind in the chat. Should we skip forwards a bit? How far behind are we?
I don't know.
Skip it a bit and get a bit more up to date. Oh, actually, no, we're not that far, are we? Let's.
We tried chaga tea. Is that the mushroom powder?
Yeah, we have. I
Okay.
don't know that it gave me any benefits, but it's antioxidants are through the roof. I found out.
Okay.
Really through the
Maybe
roof.
let's get some more. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind trying another one, like lion's mane or cordyceps or something.
Yeah.
Street Beast TV, what's wrong with whole food fats? Nothing in naturally attainable quantities, but if you eat more than you'd naturally be able to get, there's the potential for lipemia, so like lactesins, like milky blood. It can cause problems, probably trigger a heart attack in someone, definitely angina with someone with pre-existing like heart condition. They're going to be high in advanced glycation end products, so accelerate the aging process throughout your whole body. There's no real science on it, I don't think, but I feel as though your saturates would be high, and it seems that saturates would raise your serum LDL, which is the only critical risk factor for developing atherosclerosis, which leads to the #1 killer of humans in the West. So I say in the absence of data irrefutably saying eat loads, like, why risk it? Julie Chambers, thank you very much, my darling. She just donated a couple of squidneys.
Oh, nice.
Thanks, Julie. Yeah, lovely.
Thank you.
We really appreciate the support. Mattia Noel Lyons. He looks more like a sheep than a lion, to be honest. Not sure who we're referring to. Ian Alexander McAllister, personally, I felt that your video was very calm, polite, and evidence-based. Nothing was said in a confrontational way. I also understand why you felt the need to share the valuable information and that you did in your followers, including myself. Appreciate it. Thank you so much, brother. I really need to hear that sort of thing.
I appreciate you saying that comment.
Yeah, that's really very kind of you. Nice. Just me. How old are you? I'm 147, so I hope you'll retract your earlier comments, you cheeky little bugger. Lee's sticking up for me. Thanks, bro. Ian, more importantly, any tips on cutting for the summer whilst holding on to a little bulk would be greatly appreciated. So it's just been in that a little bit of a caloric deficit, whereby you're not losing more than ½ to 1 pound a week, probably for most people. And in that way, you should be able to hold on to... When you start a cut, you often lose like a bit of your strength because you've not got so much glycogen and water in the muscles. So, mechanically, you're not as turgid. You're not, your muscles basically mechanically kind of weaken temporarily. But then if you get that right and you're not going down too quick, you should be able to maintain that. And then at the end of the cut, once you come on even to maintenance calories over like 2, 3, 4 days, You feel the glycogen stores out, and you'll be like almost as strong as you were.
My glycogen stores out 38 miles.
Oh, well.
Stewie's in the house. 38 miles.
Yeah.
Boom. Do you want to come in here and cook, Stewie?
Not just at the minute.
Okay. Well, we're going to go for about another 12 minutes, and then we'll be out of the way. But feel free to come in before then if you so wish.
And did you just say the word turgid?
Turgid.
I've never heard it.
You have.
I've only ever heard it once.
Comment down below. What does turgid mean? Go.
I've never heard it.
What?
Turgid.
The calisthenic vegan, no defo soon because of the beautiful weather. Don't know what that's about. Just me. How old are you? Are you deaf? I said I'm 147. He's bloody deaf, isn't he? Oh no, actually I think I just reread the same comment. Sorry. Bloody computer. Anyway, sue me.
Oh,
Kim Glover. Hi, my lovely. I know who you are. I think Miles has a lot of supporters, which is why you're getting so much backlash. Yep. I agree with what you said about the video there. There's too much sexual effect to call it healthy. Thank you, darling. Yeah. And yeah, I was expecting a bit of a backlash. And to be honest, I kind of welcome it. I felt like if I'd have put a video up saying heart health, I've got 2 views. It's not even 24 hours yet, and we've got over 2,500 views. And it's got nearly as many dislikes as likes. Normally it's 100 likes to 1 dislike. So my feeling is a lot of his subscribers, who are the people affected by the information, have seen it. So in that way I was successful. So well done me.
You know, the more people that see it, the more people will understand what you're saying is a helpful way to do veganism. So that's
but thanks for your kind words, Kim, and thanks for joining us. It's the first time I remember seeing you in a stream, is it? We might do these on the regular on a Sunday if that's good for everyone. So far people are saying they prefer it. Nelly, from my point of view, you looked uncomfortable making it and didn't feel that you were attacking Miles being professional and to the point. Some people saying a lot worse. Thank you. The Phlegm Face is in the house. Hello, lovely. She's another YouTuber.
Oh, nice.
Banana's been hanging out with her.
Oh, nice.
She says you're good people, BTW. Thanks for joining. Street Beast. Well, the doctors have never tried a whole foods, high-fat vegan diet to reverse disease, so you can't say that it doesn't reverse. Yeah, I can't. You're very right. I completely agree. What did I see? I did see a vegan keto diet, and it was more healthful, I think, than an average omnivorous diet by about 20% less total mortality. So it seems that there is some benefit to a vegan keto diet over an omnivorous Western style like junk foods diet. But is that saying much is my point. And, you know, whatever, like maybe it is less unhealthy, but for a nutritionist with a video saying healthy and then promoting these very negative things, I still stand by what I said. Like, that was extremely irresponsible from my perspective. See, a lot of people are speaking in terms of from my perspective, I noticed. I think we do attract a higher thinking, conscious consumer.
I still don't like you saying it. I don't like the generalisation of that and what it suggests. But you have the right to your perspective.
Sue me, tits. Ashley, why is it only Esselstyn who's cited to reverse? Who is cited? Does he still do those programs? It's a lot of money to pay for a study to be done. He's like, you know, he's a doctor. He's not, you know. However, he did 2 studies, one with about 18, and they all reversed their atherosclerosis. They said, oh no, it's too small of a group that we've got to throw that out. So then he did another series with nearly 200, put the 2 together, so it's over, well over 200 odd people. And it worked in all but one case, I think. And I wonder if that person was out the back sneaking cheeseburgers.
But even if it didn't work,
but even if
one
not,
out of all them, it's still incredible.
yeah. No one. It's just not like the research dollars for people who promote veganism to fund these studies. They're extremely expensive, and mainstream medicine aren't doing it. I guess because a lot of the times they're funded by the meat dairy industry. They make a lot of money off of drugs, big pharma. That's the problem. But although he's the only one to have proven it with angiogram photographic evidence in peer-reviewed medical journals, there's a load of other doctors doing it. Nathan Pritikin, not even a doctor, he was a engineer. Decades ago, he reversed thousands of cases of heart disease in Americans. There's a book, Nathan Pritikin, the man who healed America's heart. And he just saw, he got heart disease in his 40s. He didn't want to die from it. He was a logical thinker. He looked, where in the world do they not get heart disease? Uganda. What do they eat? Whole plant foods. Made himself well, opened up a clinic, did it with thousands of other people, and saved a lot of lives. It's amazing, so powerful, And this is how veganism could be perceived. But if people give out the other information, and the fact is, the biggest killer of vegans is still heart disease, so how is that helping our cause? Apart from people are still dying, and that's a shame when we think we're doing something healthy. Apart from that, how's that helping save animals? It's not. Nelly, Paul, you didn't know that Moz was in a bad mental health space, so don't feel bad. I kind of knew that it wouldn't be very nice for him, but I just thought of all those people giving themselves heart disease on his behalf, and I had to speak up. But thank you for your kind words. Lucid Hippie, hello! Kirsten, vegan. Anyone help with my problem if my mum can breastfeed? Oh, okay, so I think you've probably heard that we spoke to that. Where's the kitty cat? We've got 9 kitty cats in this big vegan guest house.
Room right now.
Yeah. The Feng Lord, who's he debating? So I'm just talking about the recent spat with Miles Kasiri of Healthy Crazy Cool. Whether he wants to come on here or not, but I was expecting a lot of flack from his followers. Ramesses, I'm still 6 foot tall. How tall are you?
5'8".
5'8". She was 1 inch tall before she ate Whole Foods vegan. Nelly, by the way, Friday or Sunday is fine. Nice. No one said they can only do Friday. I think we've changed to Sunday. I better change the banner after this. On a Friday, I've been working all day, and I get home. I have to cycle home, which is quite a slog with a heavy old bag. And then I've got like 20 minutes, and then I've got to be on the stream. And it feels like a very long, hard day of work. So I'd appreciate it if we changed that day.
Yeah.
Yasmin's Conscious Kitchen, hi lovely. Mattia, and too much saturated fat is still too much saturated fat, no matter if it's from coconuts or other plants. Yeah, it probably is. Yeah, mate.
I think they just asked that twice because you didn't answer it.
I guess so too. Felicia's in the house. Hi, lovely. You're such a great teacher, and I feel your passion for veganism. I'm not completely vegan yet, but I follow you in the hopes of one day reaching your level. I keep fighting for what you believe in. Thank you, darling. I really appreciate that. That's really nice. Actually, why is there so many calories in oats and seeds when we're trying to release weight? It's to do with the ingredients.
So when you're on a diet, you have less oats and more frozen berries in there, don't you? So it's the same.
Yeah, change the ratios. Yeah, you can still eat loads of food, but more leafy greens and so low calorie veg. Eat an apple versus a date. I often use that. example. Sunset Life, dang, my internet keeps burning out. Gonna have to go soon. Love the discussion. Thank you. Thanks for joining us. Rusty, a huge bag of dry roasted peanuts, fruit juice, and coffee. Sounds delicious. Mizuko, someone was going to make a video like Miles eventually, as Frida used to make her videos where she said she'd pour sugar into her smoothies and say, I'm not afraid of sugar. Yeah. Tom, you are the example of being manly and kind as well. Keep it up. That's really nice. I like the sound of that. I think that's what I'm going for with the old hand herbivore. Like and subscribe. Marshall Lee, you might not be able to find. Nope. 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 Arsenal number 1. Any tips on cutting for the summer or hang on to? Oh, I think we've already done that one. Wait, no. Yep. Mr. Alex, I love coconut milk. Me too. It's a shame about the fat. Yeah, me too. Oh, what about eating coconut flakes or coconut as a fruit? Is it that bad? So, the sort of scientific data, it seems as though if you eat an abundance of whole plant foods with a little bit of whole coconuts, that seems to be fine. If you eat a load of coconuts, that seems to be bad.
Wasn't that a nutrition facts video where they looked at the science of that?
Yeah, they looked at populations basically, and I feel like that's our hour, and I feel like Stu might want to get something to eat. I feel like we better sign off there, guys. But thank you so much for joining. We really appreciate anything we ought to quickly just speak to you before.
Yeah, that's what I just thought. I just
one sec. Don't go yet. Don't go yet. We'll just have one quick little.
Someone said, how do you get all the nutrients with a vegan diet? I feel like that's just important to...
Yeah. So look at my video, how to plan vegan bodybuilder meals. It could equally say how to plan healthful vegan meals, basically. If you follow that advice, you'll be hearing everything. Basically, legume, whole grain, lots of veg, bit of fruit, a little bit of nuts and seeds. Emphasise chia and flax seeds, emphasise leafy greens. B12, D3. I recommend DHA as well, but you may not need it, but you would not know if you did not need it. If you did need it, and then that'd be irreparable damage. Bit of seaweed or iodine, and you'll be GTG. Plug everything into Chronometer and see what you come up with. Is that good?
Yeah, I think so.
I feel like we'll sign off. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for your support in this darker sort of hour. I'm sure that'll all be blown over soon, and we'll have forgotten about it all. If you're new here, I'd love to have you subscribe and become part of the Hench Herbivore community. You know, we talk about health, sports performance, physique, without harming the animals or the environment. So hit the subscribe button, click the bell icon so you're notified of new videos, new live streams. A couple of new videos out soon within the week, and then next Sunday we'll do another live stream at about 5 p.m. Anything about me?
And all the live streams go onto the Patreon account if anyone is a patron. They don't stay on the channel.
Peace out. Bye bye now.